Now this can be, this is a good recipe. It does not have meat in it. If you want to make it completely vegetarian, you can by changing the chicken broth to vegetable broth. That would be fine. You know, if you have to deal with that situation, whatever. If you want to go all vegetarian on a soup, this is a good one. We're going to, a little bit different, instead of kind of boiling the vegetables, we're going to roast them. So what I have here is our baby bell mushrooms, or baby bella. Some of them are big, so I'm going to break them up. I did spray the foil with some cooking spray. We're going to put some olive oil on here. I cut up the cauliflower and the red pepper, so we got it all to go. Going on, we'll just break that up. Okay, that looks pretty good. It cooks down, but I like to have them a little bit smaller. I don't know, you just would look like 2 mushrooms in there. Okay, we've got our, where am I? Right here. We've got our olive oil here, 2 tablespoons, which we're gonna just kind of drizzle on that. I'm going to mix it up a little bit with my hands, because that's the best kitchen utensil you have. Just so we kind of get the oil all over it. Make the seasoning stick a little bit to it and just kind of give it a nice roasted flavor. All right, so there's our oil on it. We're going to sprinkle our cumin and thyme. It looks like a lot, but this is, if you look at the rest of the recipe, this is the seasoning for the soup. So it's really not as much as what you think it is. It just looks like a lot. Okay, we're going to pop that in the oven for about, let's mix that up a little bit. For about 15 minutes, we'll try. Okay, now these look good. I can see them. Okay. They're not going to be, you know, completely cooked, although they are pretty well done here. But when we put them in the soup. But this is just going to give you another layer of flavor, having these roasted like this, rather than just kind of throw them in and boil them. Now while we are waiting, I'm going to put these back in till we're ready for them. I'm going to turn the oven off though. Okay. And I have that over here. Not a whole lot of ingredients in this soup. You saw that we've got the vegetables going. We've got a little bit of oil. We've got some onion that we're going to cook. I think we're going to try it in this pan here. We'll heat our 2 teaspoons of olive oil, and we'll cut our onion again with the onion. Like I said, if you don't like onions, this is a bad night to come. Again, by just cooking the onions instead of roasting it with the rest of the vegetables, you're just going to give it a little bit more flavor. It's going to bring out the onions a little bit. And if you don't like onion, you know, think about what you don't like about it. Is it the mouthfeel? Is it, a lot of times people don't like raw onion, but if it's sauteed, then you almost don't know that it's onion. But it gives a really good flavor. Of course, I have a daughter that can find an onion in anything. There's always a little pile of onions left on her plate. It's what? He was okay with onions. It's just one of my daughters just didn't like onions. And it's so funny because no matter what it was in, it could be the smallest pieces, and you pick up her plate and it'd be this little pile of onions. Weird. Okay. That oil is ready. Let's see, this goes to that. I'll get another one out here. I'll put this onion in. I think soup's one of the things that it's fun to, because it's not time consuming, but you need a little bit more time than just a regular dinner. Now we're doing this, I'm going through this pretty fast, but it's a good thing to do and kind of take your time, and the smells are wonderful, and if it's chilly outside, it heats up your kitchen, and it's just one of those sort of, you have to go through the whole experience. I think. That's just what I think. And also, just doing a whole pot of soup, the slow cookers are wonderful for once you've made it, just kind of keeping it on the stove. And just let it cook and smell and just be good. Although, what did we learn last week? If you're cooking with the crock pot, how many times should you lift the lid? Very good. No looking on the crock pot. Now, of course, it wouldn't really make that much of a difference with your soup, but if you're trying to cook with it, you can't lift the lid. I believe you could freeze them. I don't, the chili certainly. The only one that I think I would be kind of concerned about is the wild rice one. Just because sometimes the cream soups don't translate well once they're thawed out. So I think if you were making that, I don't think I would freeze that one. But the stew would be wonderful frozen. This you could certainly freeze. Okay, that's looking good. So we've got our onions. We're going to add our chicken broth to this. We've got let's see, what have I got here? I've got 4 cups of chicken broth and 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper somewhere. We've got quite a mess going on here. Okay. And I don't have 4 soup pots, so we're just going to see what happens in this one. Okay, all right, and you just want to cook it not so they're caramelized, although they're getting that way. Just kind of so they're soft and tender. And all right, we're going to go ahead and add our vegetables. Oh my God, that's hot. Okay. All right. Our vegetables look really good here. I'll go ahead and put them in. And why do I use foil, you ask? Well, I will show you. Not only is it good cleaning up, do you know what I'm going to do? We're going to just pick this up. Even though it's been in the oven at 450 degrees, I can touch this. I can't touch that pan. And we're just going to slide them in there. Yay! See, that's why foil is your friend. Okay. Now this is good. We've got all the seasoning that we put on the roasted vegetables. We've got that all going on it, other than the pepper. We'll go ahead and add our chicken broth. It's going to steam up. And we've got soup. And like I said, if you wanted to make this vegetarian, you certainly could by changing the chicken broth to vegetable broth. And on any of these soups, now we're using the chicken broth. I did not get the low sodium. So you want to be careful when you're seasoning soups not to over salt it because of the stuff that you're putting in it. Okay, there's our pepper. Okay, so this is our soup is ready. This looks wonderful. We're going to start on the other soup, and then we're going to plate these up, and then we're going to have a chance to taste everything. Okay. I'm just going to move this back here.